Well, additional thoughts on Money Store. Um, I don't even know where to begin. Money Store was such a wild ride. I can see why so many people are recommending it. I now, what is it? Bottomless Pit is another one people are saying I need to do. It sounds like that one would be more up my alley. People are saying Exmilitary, but just Death Grips in general, having heard them uh, for the first time, and then multiple times after that, it was really quite the ride. So there's been a couple of you in the comments that have said that the first time you guys listened to it, Money Store or just Death Grips in general, you didn't like it. It was too crazy, too abrasive, whatever. But then on the second listen, you were totally fine, and that's exactly what happened to me. I did that reaction. I edited it, uploaded it, whatever. I didn't really listen to the album again for another day or two. And then when I did put it on, actually, I think it was the next day. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no, this works. This works. I can't pull up Spotify because our internet is down right now, which sucks. But there's only a couple tracks that I did not enjoy. One of them is Hustle Bones. Hustle Bones, it's that damn chorus and the tone, that repeating tone cycle is so fast. That it reminds me of the sound of a CD skipping in a CD player, and I realize that I'm just triggered by that sound because back in my day, a lot of music we would listen to on the CD, and so if it started to skip, obviously that sucks because the song you're listening to is now skipping. But it also usually meant that your CD was scratched, and now it's fucked because it won't play that song. Sometimes you could buy like these CD cleaner things that would work half the time. But usually it meant you had to buy another CD if you wanted to listen to that car in your stereo again, or that song in your stereo again. So I'm still, some 20 years later, not over the idea of a CD skipping. So Hustle Bones didn't do much for me. But really the back half of the album I enjoy the hell out of. God, what's the track? I've Seen Footage. That one kicks off. That one's great. I can't remember the order right now. I've Seen Footage. The Cage is really good. Fuck That, I like. That one reminds me of Sepultura with the way they've kind of got this tribalistic sound going on with the drums. And the way he says pump, pump, it sounds like a whoa, whoa. And it reminds me of Sepultura and some of the ways that the vocalists will yell in that song or in their songs. God, there was one more too on the back half. It's escaping me right now. Of course, Bitch Please is a great song. Hacker is a great song. I think overall I enjoy Hacker the most just because it's probably their most conventional song in terms of the rhythm and the beat and the vocals and stuff like that. It's probably their most normal song, but it's just a cool jam. I really enjoy Hacker. Lost Boys is a cool one. Fever is a cool one. Get Gone still didn't really do much for me. A couple times listening to it, I don't know why. I don't know if it was just that song was what really caught me off guard doing the album, and it left a mark in my brain, and my brain's just afraid of it, or what. But that one, for some reason, didn't really, still, after a couple listens, has not clicked with me yet. One of you left a link to a description, or in the description of, it was a 2-hour documentary talking about this album. It was a fan-made documentary, and it was really cool because the guy goes into some of the background of the band and how they came to be and not some of the stuff that influenced them. And then he really got into the lyrics. And the lyrics are the one thing I still haven't taken a deep dive into. I've looked at them some, and they're difficult to understand. And the documentary that I was watching was cool, but there were times too where it felt like this fan who was going through the lyrics and explaining his interpretation, well, not that he was wrong, but it seemed to be, he seemed to kind of be getting into these areas where he was making a derivative of a derivative. So he has this line, and he's basing this line off of an idea, and then he's basing another idea off of that idea. And anytime that starts to happen for me with any kind of art, I start to go, maybe, not that he's wrong, but I don't buy into it as well, just because we're really, really getting off into the speculation territory. And it's fun to have your own interpretation of lyrics and personal meanings and what they are to you. But when it starts getting into what the artist means and what they intended for us to understand, and it's built largely off of speculation, I lose interest in that. So that's just me. Fucking Death Grips, man. Pretty wild. I will check out more of their stuff in the future, for sure. Another thing, too, is I made the Prodigy playlist, and I've been listening to some Prodigy again, which was fun because I haven't listened to them in a long-ass time. They've got new albums, or fairly recent albums that I haven't heard. I've been checking those out. That's been fun. Yeah. Anyway, no regrets, for sure. I was thinking that Death Grips is probably... that the Money Store is something I will listen to when I'm going up to Tahoe to go skiing, and I want to get pumped up. Because holy shit, man. Like, you can't not get pumped up to that. It's just so wild. And it's so free. I think that's another thing I really appreciate about the album itself is, you know, it's not my favorite album I've ever heard. I like it. But what I really appreciate is that something like that exists. There's a group, artists, that wanted to make that music, and there was a record company that was willing to let them do that. And it's so rare. I really like it when artists can just fucking go off on these crazy creative tangents and just do neat shit. And Money Store does that in style. No question. No question. Okay. There you go. There's additional thoughts on Money Store. Nothing amazing, but a hell of an experience for sure. And I'm glad I got to enjoy that one. It was fun. All right. I'll see you guys. I have to add and edit. At the very end here, I said, so there you go. There's my additional thoughts on Money Store. Nothing amazing, but a hell of a ride. What I meant was my additional thoughts were nothing amazing. I didn't say anything spectacular in my additional thoughts. The album is amazing. The album is fucking mind-blowing. So there you go. I had to tack this on so you guys understood what I meant because I did not say that clearly. Anyway, cheers.